I parked behind the same bank my father used to take me to when I was 7. The paint on the sign had faded, but the smell inside hadn't changed. Old paper, stale air, and quiet judgment. I hadn't showered in 2 days. My suit hung loose. The kind of loose that says you've lost more than weight. You've lost purpose. The teller didn't recognize me. Once upon a time, she would have seen my face in magazines, beside my wife's, a rising prosecutor and her philanthropist husband. We were the city's power couple. Until I became her favorite case study. Divorce finalized, the judge said 3 months ago. She took the house, the kids, even my reputation. And when I tried to speak, when I tried to show the emails, the false claims, the fabricated evidence, she leaned in and whispered, "No one will ever believe you over me." She was right. I slept in my car that night, parked across from the mansion I built. I watched the lights in the windows, the silhouettes moving inside, my children laughing, her laughter overlapping theirs. And I swore, quietly, that I'd find a way back, not to them, but to myself. The next morning, I went to close my childhood savings account. A joke, really. Something my father opened in 1982 with a $100 deposit. I thought maybe there'd be enough left for gas. The bank manager came out after a few minutes. A woman in her 60s, soft eyes, steady voice. "Sir," she said, "this account is unusual." I almost laughed. She turned the screen toward me. "It's linked to a trust fund, established in 1982. It says it unlocks when you turn 55, or extreme financial hardship." My heart stopped at that phrase. "Can you tell me the balance?" I asked. She hesitated, then she pulled it up. The numbers filled the screen. $41,800,000. I blinked, thought it was a mistake, but it wasn't. My father, a quiet man, a machinist, never spoke much about his own father, had hidden this. A trust designed to activate when his only son was truly at rock bottom. For the first time in months, I smiled, not out of joy, but recognition. I didn't rush. That's how you lose wars. You strike too early. Instead, I spent weeks living small, in motels, watching, listening. She'd moved her lover into the house, a defense attorney named Carl, the same man she used as a consultant during the trial. Their arrogance was theatrical. They thought the story was over. They forgot the man they'd buried was still breathing. The plan started with paperwork. My father's trust gave me full liquidity and legal immunity from external claims. I hired no lawyers. I didn't need witnesses. I built 3 shell companies, each under old family names she didn't know existed. Through them, I bought her mortgage from the bank. The house, my house, now legally belonged to me again. But I didn't evict her. Not yet. Revenge requires theater. During our marriage, she'd used her influence to cover cases, evidence tampering, witness intimidation. I'd saved everything, quietly, emails, audio clips, encrypted backups. At the time, I didn't know why. Now I did. I sent the files anonymously to a journalist she once humiliated on live television. 3 days later, the story broke. City prosecutor under investigation for misconduct. She denied it all. She always did. But then the video surfaced. Her voice, her threats, her laughter. The same voice that once whispered, "No one will ever believe you over me." Now, millions believed her less than me. Carl left first. Cowards always do. She was suspended pending investigation. And that's when I moved. The night she came home, there was a new padlock on the gate. She called the police. They checked the deed. The officer returned to her car window, hat in hand. "Ma'am, the property belongs to a holding company called Grayson Trust Holdings." She froze. My father's name was Grayson. From the car across the street, I watched her realize. I rolled the window down just enough for her to see me. Her face shifted. Shock, then rage, then fear. I didn't say a word, I just nodded once. Acknowledgement. Justice. But revenge isn't about destruction, it's about balance. 2 weeks later, I met her lawyer in a diner. He handed me a settlement offer. She wanted half of the trust in exchange for silence. I signed nothing. I slid an envelope across the table instead. Inside, proof of her offshore accounts under her sister's name. Tell her, I said, that silence was never her strength. By month's end, she was indicted, her law license revoked, her assets frozen. As for me, I bought a small cabin 2 hours from the city. No marble floors, no servants, just quiet. The trust sits untouched now, except for what I used to secure my kids' future under a different name. They'll have choices, something I didn't. Sometimes I still drive past the old house. It's empty, for sale again. The curtains are gone, but I can still see her silhouette in that window, hands on hips, the night she told me she'd won. People ask if I miss her. I don't. I miss who I was before her. But that man was naive, easy to ruin. This man, the one who walked out of that bank, who turned humiliation into precision, he doesn't miss. He remembers. And when I remember her words, "No one will ever believe you over me," I smile. Because now, no one believes her at all.